Back in the morning brew, and we're going to turn our attention to the sport of MMA. A lot of people don't realize, but Albuquerque is kind of a hotbed of MMA training and activity with Jackson's gym and the guys over there who turn out pretty good MMA fighters. One of them sitting right here on the couch. Ricky Esquibel is here. Hi. He is an MMA fighter, graduate of Rio Rancho High School, and he's a student at UNM. And you have a 3-1 record in MMA, I hear.
Yeah, so far I'm doing decent in MMA.
Wow.
It's what I love to do right now that I'm young, now that I'm able to do it.
How long have you been doing MMA for?
So MMA I've been doing for about 2.5 to 3 years, but I started jiu-jitsu when I was about 16. So for the last 6 years, 7 years maybe.
Wow. So is that how a lot of people kind of get into it? They do another similar sport when they're younger and then progress into like an MMA type?
Yeah, that's how it used to be. You know, MMA started out martial art versus martial art, and then it kind of mixed into everything. But now that there's the younger generation, kids are training everything.
Oh, wow.
So it used to be just karate or just jiu-jitsu or just judo. Now, kids at a young age, they mix everything together.
That's cool.
So we've got an event coming up. We'll talk about that, but for our audience, I want to give them a little glimpse of MMA action here. None of these are you, but it gives an idea of some of the MMA trained fighters that are coming out of the gym here.
Just about everyone you're just seeing right now is my teammate right there. It's Eric Dotson, Frank Gomez. There's Hunter Tucker. It's an exciting sport.
And was this here in Albuquerque, or this is somewhere else that they're showing?
These are all here on the Jackson Series, and that's the event that's going to be hosted on Saturday over at the Yards.
Oh, okay. Great.
All right, so the event's going to be down at the Railyards.
Yes.
What's the details on this?
Yeah, so it's a really cool, unique venue. It's a steel and brick structure with floor-to-ceiling colored glass. It's really different. It's kind of got that vintage fight look to it. So I'm excited to fight, and plus it's got historical significance in Albuquerque.
It does. And are you going to be the first fight that's been there? You might be. I'm not sure. I don't know, because I know they just opened it up for the growers market and they just renovated it all. So I think this could be the first one. That's pretty lucky experience, I think.
I actually hadn't thought about that, but I am the first fight.
Yeah, that's awesome. Wow.
Now this is this Saturday, right? And how have you been training for this fight? What have you been doing?
So I've been training over at Jackson's. That's where I do all my MMA training. I get my conditioning done over at the UFC gym, on Coors in Sevilla. So I train probably about 3 times a day. Most of the time, 6 days on, 1 day off.
Wow, that's a lot.
So it's tough, but it's fun. It's what I enjoy to do.
How much of your martial arts training comes into play during the fight? All of it? Some of it?
Yeah. If I train properly, then most of it will be there. But if I get really nervous, it all goes out the window, and I'm just fighting off instinct.
And who are you fighting this weekend?
I'll be fighting a guy named Chris Brewer. He's a tough guy from Colorado. Throws a ton of punches.
So he's just going to come at you, huh?
Yeah, he comes out hard, swinging fast, and I'll be ready for it, though. I train with the best guys in the world.
Sounds like there's a lot of also like mental preparation that you have to do. You have to probably watch your competitors and see predict how they're going to come out at you, and then be able to react to that. That sounds hard.
Yeah, there's tons of mental preparation. I do visualization. I have to do breathing exercises for when I get nervous.
Oh, wow.
Because I get nervous really easy. But
where are you going with this MMA career of yours? What's your goal? What do you want to get out of it? So,
like I said, I'm still in school. I'm going for nutrition and dietetics. But since I train at the best gyms, might as well see where I can take it.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to be the guy sitting at his house talking to his kids. Well, I could have done that. Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Sure.
So, I'm going to see how far I can take it.
Great.
Train with the best guys.
Have you been outside of Albuquerque for fights before?
No, most of the fights that I've done have been here locally.
Okay.
But they've been with the biggest shows, like the Jackson Series. I mean, that's the biggest show in New Mexico.
Awesome.
So.
All right, so Saturday down at the Railyards, great place for this, and it's the Jackson's MMA Series Protege event this Saturday. What time does it start down there, Ricky?
Doors open at 5, and then the first bell will be at 7. I'll go on sometime between 8 and 9:30.
And there's different people also. It's not just you and your opponent, right?
It's a whole
There's other
series.
fights going on.
Right. There's gonna be 10 fights total. There's gonna be some food trucks, so it'll be cool. You'll be able to roam around and look at the different buildings of the entire complex, and
Awesome.
it's pretty cool.
I'm
Hey,
excited.
Ricky, good job.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Hey, best wishes to you in
Good
your
luck.
MMA career and your studies at UNM. Looks like you got everything covered.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
Right.
Thanks for coming.
Good luck in your career.
Thank you.
Ricky Esquibel with Jackson's MMA. He's a fighter himself. Big fight card this weekend, Saturday down at the Railyards. More to come, a final cup after this here on the Morning Brew.